chosen.
Ye are the chosen of the one Yahweh, and he has given his laws to us. Now everything belongs to us. We above all nations, all nations.
What?
Above all nations, all nations.
Yeah.
We are the chosen of the one Yahweh. Above all nations.
We above, we ain't equal, tell the judge. This is legal, only love to my people. They my cuz, they my amigos, don't shed blood.
We live, man. Let's get all honor and glory to Yahweh, by his only begotten Son, the Hawashah, who wrote and calls Jesus Christ, right? Let's get into it. Somebody, no. Give me, Baba Shah, give me Psalms 147, and I believe down to the end. I think the last two verses, right? And then get it Joel. Oh, did you already hear that? That is crazy. That's insane. He's in the book that we're getting, in the exact chapter that we're getting ready to go through. That's crazy, right? Spirit bears with. That's crazy. That gave me chills right there. That's crazy, right? And all praise to the Most High God Yahweh, right? This how we know in the spirit, right? So man, look, we all know what the main event that happened earlier this week or last weekend. It's like the last weekend was the Super Bowl, man. Me, I'm a Kendrick Lamar fan. I'm glad to say on record, which that Super Bowl performance was a phenomenal performance in a very artistic way, right? We know Kendrick Lamar, who's his art is critically acclaimed, right? But a lot of viewers, they say it went over their head, right? But to the people that know, right, it didn't really go over our heads. And then we start seeing these videos and all these breakdowns of it, everything start formulating and coming together to making it make sense, right? But I want to harp on a few things that really, when I'm looking at those videos, that really didn't get harped on a lot. One, because a lot of our people are not in the spirit, in the truth, and understanding what's going on and what's being said. But when you're looking at it from a brother who's in the truth, right, and seeing it from that lens, you see certain things, like in particular. In the very first part of the performance, he's sitting on the G-Nex Buick, right, which is a twin turbo, I love that car, right? And he's going down, rapping the verse, right? What's going on, Scotty doing? Right? He's going on harping on his verse, right? But he's on the G-Nex, he's going rapping on the verse, right? And a particular part of the verse, he says, judgment's about to happen, but only God is favoring us. Right? And for others, it went over people's heads, right? But you gotta understand what he's saying, right? Everybody must be judged, right? But God is only favoring us in his time of judgment, right? The Bible talks about that exactly. It's like I said, Psalm 147. Give me it's like Jeremiah 23. Give me Jeremiah 23, Bible shot verse 5. Because the Bible says the exact thing, right? As Kendrick Lamar was saying. The earth is going to get judged. But in the time of that judgment, God is going to favor us. We're going to show you who is us, right? Jeremiah 23, verse 5.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, and verse 5. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch.
God, right there. So we know, right? We follow Christ. We know the righteous branch is going to be, there's going to be Yahweh, right? Christ. Right?
And a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth.
So that king, right, Yahweh, he's this king. He's going to reign and he's going to execute judgment on the earth. Right? Just like how Kendrick Lamar is saying, the earth is going to be judged. Right? But let's keep reading in that Jeremiah 23, right? Because the earth is going to be judged, but it's going to something's going to happen to a particular people, right?
Right. Verse 6. In his days Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely. And this is his name whereby he shall be called Yahweh our righteousness.
Right? So Judah's going to be saved, right? And Israel's going to dwell safely. right? And so that's what Kendrick Lamar is saying. Everybody's going to be judged, but this time God is only favoring us. Why? Because Jeremiah 23 is saying the exact same thing. The earth is going to be judged. But in that time, in that judgment, Judah and Israel is going to be the only ones being saved in it. It's the same exact thing that he's saying, right? And when you go back and look into that Super Bowl performance, right? And you see how the stage layout is, right? You see how the field is laid out, right? Somebody brought out and says, man, dang, that looks like a prison, right? And then also it looks like a team that's too controlled, right? So what's being said right there, right? We're in a prison type system that's going on in America, right? And they're controlling us as well with it. So it's in a control system, right? Which we know as Black, Latinos, and Americans, we experience that in our entire lives. Everything they do on us is for some type of control or oppression. No matter how you try to slice it, right? Slavery, right? Our prison houses filled with us, right? Redlining, all trying to get property, certain things you can't, certain lines you can't go outside the city and get, right? Even with oppressing us on like getting money, loans, and all that type of stuff. All this type of stuff is harming our people, right? What's going on, King, in the back? How you doing? You see the Kendrick Lamar performance?
Yeah.
What you think about it?
I thought it was great.
You love it? Right. See, our people love that, right? Because it's talking to us, but you know what's funny? Our people love it, right? When I has his white friends, when they think about it, they're probably like, oh, I don't know, right? Same with all the other fans that was in the crowd, right? Because the majority of them was all white. And so this is why they're saying, oh, this was a bad performance, right? Or it wasn't that good. Or I don't understand. Well, it's not meant for you to understand, right? But only the few are supposed to get it. Only the chosen are supposed to get it, right? But anyway, let's get back to it. It says, Kendrick Lamar was saying, the judgment is going to happen, right? And we're going to be saying, give me Joel chapter 3, and I believe that'll be verse 12. Right? Because Joel talks about the same thing, right?
This is the book of Joel chapter 3, verse 12. Let the heathen be weakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I set to judge all the heathen round about.
Right? So the heathen are the ones who's going to be judged round about. Right? And we know the heathen is everywhere, the whole earth.
Right?
It's the ones that are going to be judged, right? But come on, go down to verse 15. Right? Yes,
Joel 3, verse 16. The Lord also shall roar out of Zion, and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But the Lord will be the hope of his people, and the strength of the children of Israel.
Right? So as the heathen is being judged, right, our hope is going to, the most I'm saying, the hope is going to be Israel, is going to be us. We're going to be the ones that's hoping on the Most High God in that time. Right? So the children of Israel is going to be saved and saved in that time of judgment, right?
That's right.
Come on, keep going.
Verse 17. So shall ye know that I am the Lord your God, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no stranger pass through her anymore.
Right? And so, what's that mean? No stranger shall pass through no more? That means no other nation is going to come up against us again. Right? Just like how we're in this Most High willing, what it is, we know it through prophecy, right? But this is our last captivity. Most High willing, it is tomorrow, tonight, if you will, right? We won't experience this no more.
10 minutes.
In 10 minutes, right now, we won't experience this no more, right? Because no other stranger shall pass through us, right? But why was the stranger passing through us, right? Why is the Most High saying you guys are going to dwell in safety, right? And all the other heathens going to get this judgment, right? So go to the beginning of Joel 3, from Sean, start verse 1.
Joel 3 and 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
So, in this time, the Most High God is going to pretty much take away our captivity. It says to bring again, it means pretty much to get us up out of there, right? Of that captivity, right? Keep going.
Verse 2. I will also gather all nations, and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there. Therefore my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
And this is why they have to get judged. Because all the heathen, right, scattered us and parted the Most High God's land. This is why he has to get recompense on them. So this is why the heathen is going to get judged, but we're going to dwell safely. Right? Because we're going to continue reading Joel 3 because it talks about how the point of where we went into slavery, right? And we got sold to the Grecians, right? But then at the same time, it's going to tell you something else is about to happen that our people be hating to acknowledge, but it's in the Bible, which is righteous slavery, right? Keep going.
Verse 3, and they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they may drink.
Come on. And they cast lots on our people all the time, right? These nations be having meetings, even in modern time today. These nations be having meetings on how they're going to do their bidding on Black, Latinos, Native Americans, right? And essentially they're just like, okay, we're going to get X, Y, Z. Well, one nation will say we're going to get this, and the other nation will say we're going to capitalize off this, then we're going to sell it to this other nation right here, and then all trickles down to us on our backs, right? So they're casting lots for our people, right? Keep going.
Verse 4, yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense?
God, how you doing, family? What's going on? Has anybody ever told you you're an Israelite?
Yeah, I heard that.
Do you know what an Israelite is?
Yeah, come talk to us.
Come talk to us real quick.
Just minutes.
You gonna come back? Okay, but you know we're supposed to keep God's commandments? If we believe in we're the children? So what is it? So name me some of God's commandments. Observe the Sabbath, right? And what else? Name one more. All right, God, right? See, our people know, right? But you can't be lukewarm if you know.
Right?
He has said, observe the Sabbath, which is correct. We must observe the Sabbath, right? But you must observe a whole bunch of other things, right? Not lukewarm with this. What's going on, King? You got 2 minutes to talk about the Bible, or you getting your fitness on? Which one is it? All right, get his fitness on, right? We gotta observe both sides. We gotta observe all the commandments, right? Not just one, not just a few, right? Because essentially you're being lukewarm, right? And when you're lukewarm, the Most High will spew you out of his mouth. All right, come, keep Joel.
Verse 4, yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head.
Right, so Tyre and Zidon, right, we know there's a Canaanite, right? Keep going.
Verse 5, because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temple my godly pleasant things.
What's going on, family? How y'all doing? Did y'all see that Kendrick Lamar performance for the Super Bowl? Did y'all see that Kendrick Lamar performance for the Super Bowl? What you think about it? It was all right? You get the message? Nah? Let's talk about the message real quick. What was he saying? No? I don't even care. He's zoned out for real. All right? But go ahead, read the verse again.
Verse 5, but because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temple my goodly pleasant things, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye may remove them far from their border.
Right, so the Canaanites, man, right? Which we know our people sold our people too as well, but we harp on the Canaanites right now. The Canaanites, right, sold us to the Grecians, right? At a point in time in West Africa, there were particular tribes in West Africa selling our people to the white man.
That's right.
Right?
100%.
100%.
Yep.
This was prophesied to Joel. This is why nations have to get it, because they sold the Most High God's chosen people into captivity. Right? And so when the Most High God rounds us up, Most High willing is tomorrow, right? that judgment is coming swiftly on the other nations, such as the Canaanites and the Grecians, which who bought us, which we can read in Deuteronomy 28:68. Whoever bought us was our enemy.
Right?
So they are our enemy, right? Keep going.
Verse 7. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whether ye have sold them. I will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for the Lord has spoken it.
Right? And so in return, we're going to sell their ass. Righteous slavery, right? That's why what goes around comes around. Right? And that makes the Most High God a just God. Right? Exactly. Because we are His chosen. He takes care of us. Other nations got to get judged, right? But He's going to favor us. He's going to show us His mercy, right? Because why? He has never done so with no other nation. Somebody give me that in, hold that Psalms 47. Give me Amos 3 and 2, right? Because we got to read the scripture since we're on the topic of Kendrick. What's going on, King? How you doing? Hey, anybody told you an Israelite? No? Right? But we got to bring the scripture out. This Amos 3 verse 2, since we're on the hymn we're talking about Kendrick, because this verse is what you hear when you listen to his Damn album, right? With Fear, his cousin. His cousin Carl's talking about keeping the commandments, right?
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for your iniquities.
Right? And so the Most High God is saying, you have I known only out of all the families on the earth. He doesn't know no other nations.
That's right.
This is why He has to favor us. This is why He punishes us. That's right? But He doesn't do that. He doesn't show that favor with the heathen because they're not His chosen. Right. We are God's chosen. Right? Let's get that in Psalms 147, Baba Bishop. Right? Where it talks about the same thing. Right?
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 147 and verse 19. He shewed His word unto Jacob, His statutes and His judgment unto Israel. He had not dealt so with any nation. And as for His judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh.
Right? So He showed us what we're supposed to do, His law, statutes, and commandments, right? He showed us, He has not dealt so with any other nation. So this is why when Kendrick Lamar is on the Buick saying this stuff, right, he's talking from the Bible. Right? The judgment on the earth has to happen, but it's going to favor us because why? The Bible has always stated that God favored us and nobody else. This is why they not like us, man. You got to break it out. It's plain and simple. See, Kendrick really was in the spirit the whole entire time. We started breaking it out. They not like us. The heathen is not like us. Right? What's going on? How you doing? What's good, King? What's your father's nationality? You don't know? Would you say he's a so-called African American?
Yeah.
Suffer from the transatlantic slave trade?
What's that?
Suffer from the transatlantic slave trade? So you probably be an Israelite, right? From the tribe of Judah.
No, I'm Mexican.
You Mexican?
Yeah.
Oh, you Mexican? You're from the tribe of Ishtar, down in there. Don't laugh now. Right? You see how people, man, we gotta have a time to stop, man. Time to have a dialogue, man. But our people just wanna be too cool, man. They wanna be stiff-necked, they wanna be stubborn, they wanna be on the fly. I ain't got time to talk to you. Not knowing this 2 minutes can save your life. Most High willing, man. Right? Anyway, it's just, but like you said, they not like these heathen nations is not like us. This is why they can't do stuff that we do. This is why the Most High God doesn't favor them. Somebody give me salt on the earth, right? Because this is why they can't do stuff that we do, and this is why they don't understand what we don't. We understand. This is why everything they do is so bland. Like this guy right here. Look at this fish. His fish is just so goddamn bland, right? They can't shine like us because they are not the salt of the earth, like our people. And what does salt do to food? It gives it season. Ask anybody. When you have black people food, you can't go to anything else. Because I have never tasted before. This is so sweet. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Really check out these yams. I've never had it like this. Right? It's because we're the salt of the earth. We literally give everything flavor and season, right? And I just, before we even started camp today, I was watching on IG Kendrick Lamar, his pants, right? He wore those pants on the Super Bowl, and they said right now people are having a frenzy trying to get the exact same pants he got. But why is that? Because he's an Israelite. We're the salt of the earth.
Move the earth.
We move the earth, right? Let's get that.
This is the book of Matthew chapter 5 verse 13. Ye are the salt of the earth. But if the salt is lost or savour, wherewith shall it be salted? It is therefore hence good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden underfoot of men.
Right?
That's right.
So we're the salt of the earth, man.
That's right. Yep.
Right? We make everything good. Taste good.
Yep.
Right? Even on some wickedness stuff. People be trying to harp on it. Like rap music started out as portraying what we see in the hood pretty much. And to the point it started getting crazy. But everybody and their mom is trying to perpetuate the same thing. That's why you got people in like the Philippines, Indians, right, trying to do trap music, drill music, Lil Billy up in his white mom's house over there sagging his pants and doing all type of stuff, right? It's because we're the salt of the earth, we make it hot, right? But that's because we're God's chosen. We are like a created image. It's like not created image. We're a spitting image, if you will, right? When you talk about reading in Genesis, right? Or made in his image, that's what I'm looking for. Made in his image to shine. And that's why we shine on earth. Somebody give me Deuteronomy, what's that? I think 14 with peculiar people. Or Deuteronomy 4, slide. Peculiar people. Yeah. 14, what's First Peter. Whatever. Right? Because in the law it says that we're this. Right? We're peculiar people. Nobody is like us, man. You can't imitate us, right? If you try to imitate us, it's just like we know it doesn't transition well, man. It don't at all. But and this is why you have black people going back to back on Super Bowl performances or performing at inauguration or whatever the case may be, right? It's because we are the light everybody wants to see.
That's right.
Right? Nobody wants to see Rolling Stones like that. And Rolling Stones is probably one of the most phenomenal white groups you're ever going to hear about, right? But you don't hear nobody knocking on the door by and large trying to get Rolling Stones to go perform somewhere, right? Or Maroon 5 and all that stuff. Nobody want to hear that. Let's get Judah, let's get Issachar, let's get these people on stage, let's get these people in front so we can see this light shine,
Tear the
right?
stage up.
Yeah.
This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, an holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the presence of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
Right? So we're a peculiar people, man. Right? Nobody's like us. We are the holy, the royal priesthood.
Royal priesthood, a holy generation, a peculiar people, and that ye should show forth the presence of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
A holy nation. Right? Royal priesthood, man. So we are the kings on this earth. Come. So we are the kings on this earth, man. Right? We are royal. We are royalty. But it's time for our people to start acting like it. Come on, go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 14 and verse 2. Ye are the children of the Lord your God. Ye shall not, verse 2, sorry. For thou art holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself, above all the nations that are upon the face of the earth.
We're a peculiar people, chosen to the Most High God, above all nations upon the earth, man. This is why the Most High God favors us and nobody else, man. Because we're His chosen. Thus saith the Lord.
Right.
But see, here's the thing: our people don't want to read this Bible and open it up, and see it and read it for themselves.
That's right.
They try to use this Bible to incorporate it with everybody, but it's not for everybody, man.
Nope.
And in fact, our people would even use this Bible to save other people more than they save their own people.
Right.
Because while we're up here teaching black Latino and Americans, other true children of God, and true Israelites, a stiff neck won't even come up here in a line with us. They'll say, well, what about the white man? Oh my God.
Yep.
Why don't you start with what about yourself and your family?
That's right.
Right.
Start off, why don't you say, well, what about people that ain't never heard about, the black people that ain't never heard about this word? Right? That's all the first thing that's on their mind is the white man.
White. Yep.
Because that's who they love, man. That's who they imitate. That's who they want to be. Brainwash. Let's go rub shoulders with the white man and get good. Yeah, whitewash your brain.
White soap.
Right, with white soap, right, Carl, right? You gotta be black and black. But
It's a black soap, you might change.
God, but our people, man, we don't want to do that, right? And with us not wanting to read that Bible and not wanting to do what we need to do, this is why we become that low state.
Right.
Right? Somebody give me Deuteronomy 28 verse 15 on the chart, right? Because the Bible talks about that, right? For instance, we just read in Deuteronomy 14. In the Torah, right, in the law, it says, you are a peculiar people. And above everybody, all nations on the earth, right? But the Bible tells you exactly how to be below the nations of the earth, right? Let's get Deuteronomy 20, verse 15.
What's up, guys?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all of his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Right? So the curse is going to come upon us when we don't keep these commandments, right? So jump on down to I believe somewhere that says we do the tail, not the head, right? Because if we don't keep these commandments, these curses come upon us, right? And we're supposed to be keeping them so we can be on this high state. When we don't, we become into that low state, which the Bible also talks about us being the tail. Right? You kind of got it?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
Come, right? So the stranger is going to come up us in our community and get up on us. Get up in us and get very high, right? And we can see this in our hood with all these different demographics of people like the Chinese, Indians, Arabs, right? Got all these damn businesses running gas stations, grocery stores, restaurants, right? And they're getting above in your community, but in our community, we're the lowest of the low, right? Down at the bottom, right? Living off food stamps, living off WIC, living off welfare, whatever you want to slice it, living on child support, right? That's our people, right? But it's because we're not following God's commandments, and when in result of not following God's commandments, we are getting these curses put upon us and it's whooping our ass.
Right.
Right? But I'm tired of getting my ass whooped.
Hell yeah.
By my father. Right? And everybody, Black, Latinos, Native Americans, should be feeling the exact same way. But how do we get out of that predicament of getting our ass whooped? Let's get Deuteronomy 28, verse 1, right?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Right? So we read earlier, you don't follow the commandments, right? The curse will come upon you, and one part of the curse is you're going to get very, very, very low. But when you keep the commandments, right, and you're doing them, you're going to be set up high above all nations upon the earth, right?
That's right.
And so this is how you get your father from whooping your ass. What's going on? How you doing? She was looking. Right? But when you keep the commandments, man, this is how you get your father up off you, man. So you stop suffering from these curses. But our people, by and large, do not want to do that.
Nope.
What's going on, King? I got a question. You seen the Super Bowl performance? No, you didn't watch it?
Wasn't entertaining.
You good? You wasn't entertained?
No.
Why not?
You said that is hits.
You said that is it? What about the message? What was the message saying? Yeah, see, here's the thing, man. They talk to us, bro. Come on, bro. Here's the thing. They talk about your place hits, and we talk about the message, right? Nobody wants to talk about that. That's all good. Yeah. What's going on, man? I was asking you to see the Super Bowl. You said no.
No, I didn't watch it.
Right. But are you familiar with Kendrick Lamar and his work? No? Okay. Well, what were you saying? The message was what he was saying on the Super Bowl, right? It's pretty much us, like Latinos and Americans, essentially, right, on some Israelite stuff, as according to what Joe White said, is where that message being on the forefront on a grand stage to let our people know who we are, right? So let me ask this question. Are you familiar with Israelites? Right? So, all right, no? Let me ask you this question. Is your father so-called African American, something from the transatlantic slave trade? Yep. So 9 times out of 10, you're probably from the tribe of Judah, right? Because we all are from the tribe of Judah, right? And which is Judah is one of the 12 sons, right, from the nation of Israel, right? And so from being this tribe, we come from a nation which is known as Israel, which is also known as the Israelites, which you also come from as well. You understand? Right? So with understanding that who you are and knowing that you're Israelite, there's certain things that we must do. Right? Somebody give me your favorite scripture about Child Deuteronomy 10, right? Because with being an Israelite and understanding that you're Israelite, we serve a particular God which is known as Yahweh, right? And he requires certain things of us, right? So let's get that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12. And now, Israel, what does the Lord thy God require of thee, but to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good.
Right? So what the Most High God requires of us, as being Israelite, is keeping his commandments and fearing him. Right?
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
Right? And you as a man, right, your whole duty is keeping God's commandments. Right? So we understand that we get that established that as far as us being a nation and knowing our identity, it comes with keeping God's commandments. So now, are you familiar with God's commandments? Let's read some scripture, right? Come, let's get okay. So we're going to talk about the dietary law.
Before I continue, I gotta get out of here, man. I'm being real. I didn't draw no interest in it.
You ain't drawing interest in? Why not?
Keep it. It just did. I'm just being real. It did.
No, it's fine. I'm just asking why not? What's your thoughts?
I don't understand.
You don't understand it?
I don't understand. It didn't draw no.
So when you're saying you don't understand it, is
I'm saying not understanding it. That's why it's not drawn up.
yes. So that's what I'm asking. What part are you not understanding? You're not understanding in the whole thing, or the fact that you're an Israelite, or
The whole thing, all the way back to that.
to that? Do you read the Bible at all?
I read it before, but I don't. It was a while ago.
It was a while ago. Yes, well, that's the problem that you have to understand. It's been a minute since you read the Bible, so when we're trying to break it down for you, it may be hard to understand. So that's why I'm asking a specific question. What exactly is hard for you to understand, and what exactly is not the interest?
You said you're an Israelite. I'm an Israelite and stuff like that. I don't.
So what do you call yourself?
I call myself by my name. Like I don't understand.
Well, I said like your nationality. What's your nationality? What do you call yourself? If you had to go fill out a job application, right? Ask your nationality and race. What option would you choose? So are you from two countries at one time, Africa and America at the same exact time? So you're circling the line then. So what is your true identity then?
I guess you can just flip it around.
What do you mean, flip it around?
Probably say like American African.
Well, hold on, can you understand what I said? I said, how can you be from, even if you flip it around, American African, how can you plead from two exact places at one time? You can't. Right, you can't. You can only be one nation. So being African American is not one nation. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I didn't know it's called that. That sounds like a living tribe.
So American is a type of African? No.
Like how we have some foreigner or something?
No. So Africa is its own sovereignty. America is its own sovereignty. There's no, you're under this. That's not how countries and constitutions work. You know what I'm saying? You're either one nation or you're nothing at all, right? So this is why a lot of people try to say, oh, what is American? No, that's not true at all. You have a specific identity that goes back before all this, right? And to show you, to further prove it, right, the white man told you that you're African American. You understand what I'm saying? So now I'm asking questions, what were you before that? Just hold on to it. Get your Bible and hold on to it, man. Read it, right? Meditate on that. No problem. Right? But see, that's our people, though, man. Our people, we've been beat down so bad that we have no idea who we are. Right? Or we can't even get to the point to even let me consider what I am, because I just have no interest in it. Right? Because our mind's been so raped and robbed. Just our minds alone, psychology, minds alone been so raped and robbed that it's literally like this nigga's abandoned out here. He don't know if he's coming or going. I'm not even going to consider. I'm not even interested. I'm just not none of that. It's because we're just been robbed of it, of our natural resources. It's just like land, right? When you rob land from its natural resources so much, it will stop producing until it's like a dead desert state, right? And so this is the next thing with agriculture. This is why in the Bible it talks about specifically after 7 years you gotta like let the land rest, because you can damage it. But that's our people as well in our mind, that our brain's been so raped and robbed that is no rest for it and it's damaged.
Yep.
Right? Come on, go to the precept.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass its master's crib. But Israel does not know, my people does not consider.
And that's how he tells our people, because we don't even consider, right? We don't even consider what your real nationality is. It's like, I ain't got no interest. So he said, he'll be switching around. Switching around into what? It's like you're saying the exact thing. He knows, he agreed that you can't be from two places at once.
The brother needs to work.
He needs a lot of work, right?
He's one of those that needs a lot of work.
Tom, the most high will is in, the most high show him something, right? At this conversation, he might go home and hit that flyer and get on the search engine, and it might open up, right? Go ahead for that. What's going on, sir? How you doing? What's your nationality, sir? If you don't mind me asking. No? You gonna stick your nose up and keep on walking? Yeah, he can hear me though. He looked at me. He saw me. He looked right in my eye. He saw me. Right? But this is how people do us, man. I told you before, I was like, man, if I get up there and start freestyling, I guarantee people will come and stop and wait and watch and listen. Right? Probably even throw money. Right? When we out here talking about the Bible, right, straight to the gospel, nobody gives a damn. I'm talking about the whole nine. Be 1,000 people, right? But when it comes about talking about the word, it's like, all right, I'm trying for you, right? You don't know. It is high time right now. Oh my God. People don't understand. Ukraine just had a meeting with the other European nations, saying we need to beef up our security and our military might to go on a full-fledged war with Russia without the United States. People don't understand how big that is, right? Because what the system's doing, we're about to make moves. NATO's about to make moves, and we don't care what the United States say or have to say about it. And that's all lined up with prophecy that these nations will split. And it's happening right in front of our eyes in real time. But our people are so oblivious to the damn thing, we don't even care about if you're Black American, African American, or you're true identity before that.
That's right.
But that's just how damaged our people is, man.
Yep.
And this is why this word of God is so important and needs to come out. Somebody get that the word Israelite, right? It's a quickening spirit, right? Because when you get this word and you receive it, man, it's gonna fill up your spirit. It's gonna make you alive, man. And have this conversation with his brother, man, he seemed dead. Right? When you want to understand, you in that carnation of the dead. And that's when he's looking like a zombie. Oh, I don't even care. It don't even interest me. It's just like, damn, bro. How mentally defeated are you to the point where you don't even care about who you are or trying to find out who you are? Right? Come.
This is John 6:63. It is the spirit that quickeneth. The flesh profiteth nothing, but the words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life.
Right? So the words that you speak, they are life. They're going to give you that life for you can live and thrive, so you can understand who you are, man. But our people don't care, man. Our people don't care. They don't want to hear it. They don't want nothing deep. They don't want man. It's like, it don't even have to be deep. Because we can make it simple on planes. They don't want to hear nothing that really is like good for them, true for them. They want the fast entertainment nonsense, right? That we see, the folly that we see all everywhere, right? But when it's something that's important for your salvation, it's important for you getting to this kingdom, they catch it on their backs, man. Right? And that's what has landed us in this low state, because they do it now, and they've been doing it back in the day, and killing our prophets for it. Right? But it's high time for our people to wake up. It's high time for our people to come to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Otherwise, you're going to know these laws, statutes, and commandments after death. It's going to be a painful death because you didn't take heed to the commandments when you had a chance. Right. And with that, I'm going to pass on to another mighty brother and say shalom.
We are the children of the one Yahweh.
The chosen.
Ye are the chosen of the one Yahweh. And he has given his laws to us. Now everything belongs to us. We above all nations, all nations.
What?
Above all nations, all nations.
Yeah.
We are the chosen of the one Yahweh. Above all nations.
We above, we ain't equal, tell the judge. This is legal, only love to my people, they my cuz, they my amigos, don't shed blood.